heavyweight champion should be very proud of me. When Ego decided he wanted to challenge for the heavyweight championship, and Jon Moxley put a series of challenges in front of him, and Ego passed them, but he never got his singles match until tonight. The Ego, Robert Anthony, taking on the world champion, Jon Moxley.
Yeah, I was going to make a small correction there. No longer Ego, the Ego, Robert Anthony. And look at how fired up this man is. I mean, granted, we've never really seen his face before this, but he is so focused.
What a forearm, and you can tell how focused he is with the force both of those blows that Moxley had behind him.
The aggression here. And Mox not taking it lying down, firing right back.
This is Jon Moxley. For most of the year, he has dominated that world title. You can't think he's going to take a lying down, which he is right now, because of that drop kick by the Ego.
His jaw might be on the other side of his head. Connected full force there. Mox right back up. Look at this, raining down right hands.
Yeah, but Ego's covering up. The Ego is covering up, because that's what he has to do.
This is the first of our double main event. We got the world title on the line, big matchup, Anthony versus Mox, and then after this, Callahan versus Notorious 187, Homicide.
Oh.
2 count, wow!
And the bounce, turn, moonsault body block wasn't enough to put away Jon Moxley, the world champion, for a reason. But Ego fan, excuse me, I almost blew it there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The Ego. People say he complained. I think those people, oh God, he should be complaining about that shot.
Yeah, he just got the taste knocked out of his mouth. You know, try not to get into a fight with another member of the locker room if you could.
I'm a passionate man, just like Jon Moxley is a passionate world champion. That title means everything to him. He's let friendships dissolve, and he has not backed down from anyone who's won a shot at him. That is why he's such a great champion. And that reason right there, Fujiwara armbar by Jon Moxley.
Moxley going to work on the arm. You know, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with you tonight. You show all the malice of McMahon from like 97, and all the fire from like 92.
Well, maybe I've been taking some. Never mind. But what's going to be taking on right now is Jon Moxley's taking on the most, focused challenger maybe we see for the title all year. This is the Ego, Robert Anthony. It's a new Ego.
Mox caught crotched. Anthony up top, drop kick right to the chest. Mox still teetering. Finally, falling off the top rope. Injured his manhood on that, Jesus.
He's going to need that because the chicks love him. But just imagine all the chicks that the Ego is going to get now that he's unmasked. Hope he still masks something when he's with some of the women around here.
That's all I can say, really.
This is the most aggressive we've ever seen Anthony. Sorry.
Didn't you?
Hey, I'm so used to calling something else. I love his new attitude. So many new attitudes forming here at CZW.
Oh, absolutely. Drake Younger laying waste to the Suicide Kings earlier tonight.
Drake Younger in the most shocking moment in sports and entertainment in 2010. Oh!
shock, yes, then shockwaves right through your body. What a chop from the champion.
And look at Moxley, he's fired up now. And he's fired up, and Anthony's chest is on fire. Moxley knows what's on the line here. His first ever singles meeting with the Ego for the world title. It's been building all year, and tonight it hits its crescendo.
Oh! Mox actually injured his hand on that last chop.
You know, a little self-sacrifice, that's what you have to do. That is why he's the world champion.
And look at the chest of Anthony. All the blood rising right to the surface of the pectoral region.
It's a well-defined chest. I love looking at it. But right now, look at the power of Anthony.
Oh, head first into that supporting beam that holds up this building.
And look at this, into the guardrail in front of the fat chicks and the smelly fans. And Moxley is down, and Ego. What's he going for now?
I love you, man. You're the master of the insult and homoeroticism.
Look at Ego, perhaps we are staring into the future as he holds the CZW Heavyweight Championship above his head.
I almost said it. I think Anthony is getting a little bit ahead of us.
You know, the crowd's cheering on Moxley to get back in this game. Moxley, slowly but surely, has really earned the support of the CZW audience.
Oh, absolutely.
And he hasn't begged for it.
Is that what it is when the fans appreciate somebody, they beg? Is that your take on it?
Well, right now he's begging for a beating from Ego Fantastic. Excuse me, the Ego.
You really have a problem with that tonight.
I don't do well with change.
Got the cover. Oh, and look at this. Mox has already been busted open.
Moxley is definitely cut, and look at this, a variation of the Cobra Clutch by the Ego.
Trying to choke out the champion. Ace, what do you make of this big world?
Oh, Ace is here.
Yeah, you know what? I couldn't really get a word in. But so far, the Ego has his best foot in the door, if you get what I'm saying. Looks like I think he's gonna steal the championship away from him tonight.
Good prediction. I'm liking you more and more. Oh, but Moxley's gonna definitely disagree with you. The champion who's busted open, the same way he busted open Scotty Vortex last time out here when he retained the title, is getting worked over. Look at the power. Look at the grace. Look at the horrible landing.
Look, obviously the Ego, very impressive, very aggressive here tonight, but never, ever discount Moxley. You never know what is on that man's mind. I'm sorry, he's successfully defended the title so many times at this point. Really, you're going to just count him down and out?
No. He's the craftiest world champion this company's ever seen. But look at the bad spot he's in right now. Don't call this move by its former name when Ego perfects it. Call it something else, Salamander. Be creative. The land of greatness that the Ego hails from is on display right now.
You call it something. The guy changed his name in the middle of. Face planting right in the middle of the ring. Apparently, I'm not allowed to use the name of that maneuver now, according to Mr. Black, and he's been trying to fight everybody that's been up here tonight. So I'm not even gonna try.
Leave the past in the past. This is a new Ego.
Yeah, I just don't know how somebody can chase for the goal so hard, and it basically drives them to another side. You know, it boggles the mind how some people just want the title so bad that they'll do anything and even change personas.
But look at this right now with that modified clutch. He's also got the legs wrapped around Moxley. Nowhere for Moxley to go.
Oh, hands up! Hands up!
But look at the spirit of the current world champion. Look at the spirit of John Moxley.
Moxley's not done yet, fighting his way back to his feet. Anthony desperately hanging on.
Trying to knock the wind out of Ego with those blows, and Ego trying to knock out Moxley with those.
Mox on the hop.
Oh, that's how he pinned Ego Fantastico, the former Robert Anthony, as you know him, and tangled Web 3 in a three-way dance with Nick Gage when Moxley retained the title. This is what Moxley needs to do. Moxley needs to go for the cover now.
For Christ's sake, somebody get him some oxygen. Mox turning Anthony inside out, but both men are slow to get to their feet. That might have been the last little burst of energy that Mox had. This is valuable rest time for the champion.
It's valuable, but he really can't rest because Ego is getting up himself. The Ego.
Just from having Moxley busted open, it's just wearing it, just basically pulling the energy out of him. And but with that clothesline, man, you said it, you hit the nail on the head. He turned him inside out.
Absolutely. The blood loss is going to take a major effect here in this matchup. But right now, neither one of these guys is backing down. Absolutely peppering each other with these forearm strikes. Oh!
And listen to this crowd. They are on the side of Moxley because they're challenging the Ego, and they should be.
The question is, which one of these guys is going to blink? Because really, if you think about it, no one has a distinct advantage here. They're both about the same size.
He's giving the signal that he's going to fly. He just gave the signal that he was going to fly.
I think he's got other things in mind.
He's going to fly, Ace.
And look at the champion cheating, asking our staff for a glass.
That's a pane of glass. That's a pane of glass. And another one.
He's going to double his pleasure, double his fun, and ruin the chances of the Ego winning the title from him if this comes to fruition for Moxley.
You know, I think it's funny how it's cheating. Just last month, if Mox had pulled out a bunch of panes of glass, you would have been creaming yourself.
I still may be, but I'm bottling it up because of an earlier comment from one of our colleagues. But look at the world champion put the glass in the corner when he really should be on the attack to Robert Anthony.
What Mox is trying to do, Mox wants to bust open Robert Anthony. He wants to even the playing field. Setting him up now. Anthony with a counter. Oh, release German. Tosses him halfway across the ring.
Oh! And Ego, the Ego, proving how awesome he is. Deciding these fans don't need to see any glass. We don't need to see that in my match, my moment, my time when I win the world title. Get this glass out of the ring and let me be showered with greatness after I beat John Moxley.
Oh, Moxley with the cutter. This has got to do it. He's hooked the leg. Oh, Anthony took his eyes off the champ and almost paid dearly for it.
Tell you what, if you want to piss off the fans, that's probably the best way to do it. Because these fans want to see some blood.
Actually, the best way to piss off the fans is to be named Salamander Jones. But the second best way is what Ego just did. But the Ego is down, and the champion is up.
Apparently, the best way to piss off the Wired Television champion is to be named Jake Black.
Well, first of all, this isn't a pissing contest. What this is a world title match. And look at Ego. Look at the Ego. Roll out to safety. A smart man, but he's dealing with the world champion who's on the attack. And stop now.
Hey, you know what? He wanted the opportunity. He wanted the world title. So what he has to do is get in that ring and show everybody how much he wants it, even if it means going through some glass.
The strength of Mox. What a display of power. And off the man in midair and drove him down. Powerbombed him through the glass. And now Robert Anthony has busted open. Look at the blood pouring down his back.
You know, the Smart Mark video give out 3D glasses with their DVDs, because that was some crazy effects right there.
The cover, almost a well-calculated move by the world champion was not enough to put away the Ego. And look at John Moxley. He's fired up. He's ready to pounce on the challenger. And these fans, they want to be showered with the glass. They want to remember this night. They want to remember the night that Ego Fantastico won the world title, because we all know what's going to happen.
Who?
The Ego. I'm emotional. I got slapped by the Wire champion, while the world champion now grabs the Ego, the challenger, and he's setting him up for the hook and ladder.
He's got him up. Anthony with a counter. Rolls him up. Oh, and look at his back. Absolutely streaked with gore.
No way! This is it!
got to try and keep his focus if he wants to win that world title. Look at his face. He has got to concentrate on the man in the ring. Calm down, refocus, or he's going to lose this matchup.
What we are seeing here tonight, and it's always bloody in Philadelphia, is two men laying on the line for the world title. Roll up! They got him!
That's mine.
The always cagey champion, Jon Moxley, has won
What?
the... Whoa! Whoa!
You know what this means by him retaining the title? This Saturday night, October 16th, when CZW debuts in Massachusetts. You hear the music and you know what this means now. Nick Gage. He's got a barbed wire back.
When it comes to the world title, this man is always waiting in the wings. Gage swinging wildly. Both Mox and Anthony getting the hell out of Dodge, and I can't say I blame him.
A swing and a miss. He's looking like one of the Cincinnati Reds at the moment.
Nick Gage, who challenges this Saturday in Massachusetts for the CZW World title, just made a statement to the champion.